Hello, today I'll be talking about Persian, the only evolution of Alolan and non-Alolan/Galarian Meowth. Non-Alolan/Galarian Meowth evolves at level 28. Alolan Meowth evolves with high friendship. Its past BYC dates are April 19th, 1996, February 8th, 1999, February 29th, 2001, September 19th, 2004, July 11th, 2007, May 1st, 2010, February 19th, 2013, December 11th, 2015, October 1st, 2018, and July 22nd, 2021. I like how the coin on Meowth's head turns into a jewel. I also like that the evolution makes it seem like it goes from a kitten to an adult cat. I most remember Persian as the Pokémon companion of Giovanni in the anime, which was something of a rival to Meowth of Jesse and Jane. Let's get into the Bulbapedia article.
Oh no you don't! You need to talk about your feelings towards Alolan Persian.
I thought you weren't in this series.
I wouldn't need to be if you talked about your feelings about it.
But I want to try to make this a series about celebrating Pokemon, not being negative.
What are you talking about? You've already brought up several design negatives already.
Well, yeah, but this is different.
Even I know that's nonsense.
Fine. I really don't. No, I hate the design of Alolan Persian. It's truly the worst design in my opinion. There are certainly Pokemon I wouldn't want to see in real life, but this thing is just hideous to the point of making me nauseous. I know that some people think it's a more logical continuation of Meowth, but as I mentioned before, I like how it goes from the big head found in kittens to the smaller big cat head. I think the proportions are what get me. The head is too big for the body. Perhaps if I wasn't used to non-Alolan Persian, I wouldn't be so disgusted by Alolan Persian. I don't know, but as it stands, it is by far the worst design in my opinion. Although there are certainly contenders later on, but none that make me physically ill. We're about to get into the Bulbapedia article, and I'll try my best not to look at the images. You may see me blocking the screen in my camera so that I don't gag. Hello, and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Persian, the classy cat Pokemon, whose number is 0053. This is Persian. This is what it looks like. This is, I presume this is somewhere around here, is Alolan Persian. If you watched the other intro of the video, you know why I don't want to look at Alolan Persian. As non-Alolan Persian, its type is normal. As Alolan Persian, it's dark type. Abilities, as non-Alolan Persian, Limber or Technician in Gen 4+. As Alolan Persian, it's Fur Coat or Technician. Unnerve is Persian's hidden ability. Rattled is Alolan Persian's hidden ability. Gender ratio 50-50. Catch rate 90 or 20.1%. Breeding egg group field. Hatch time 20 cycles. Height as non-Alolan Persian is 3'3" or 1 meter. Weight as non-Alolan Persian is 70.5 pounds or 32 kilograms. Its height as Alolan Persian is 3'7" or 1.1 meters. Its weight is 72.8 pounds or 33 kilograms. Base experience yield in the first 4 gens was 148, then it was 154 in 5+. Leveling rate is medium fast. EV yield is 2, both in speed. Its shape is that, its footprint is that, its Pokedex color is yellow, other forms may have other colors, base friendship 70. Persian is a normal type Pokemon introduced in Gen 1. It evolves from Meowth starting at level 28. In Alola, Persian has a dark type regional form and evolves from Alolan Meowth when leveled up with high friendship. Biology. Persian is a large, quadrupedal feline Pokemon. Its fur is pale tan with the exception of its black-rimmed ears. It has a short muzzle with a small black nose, red eyes with slit pupils, rounded ears, a pair of pointed teeth in its upper jaw, and 3 whiskers on either side of its face. Its thick whiskers are very sensitive to changes in air movements, enabling it to detect its prey by movement alone. In the center of its forehead is a red jewel. Its long tail has a distinctive curl at the end. Persian communicates with body language and holds its tail upright to signal its intention to pounce. It has long legs and 3-toed paws with retractable claws. Persian's lithe muscles also enable it to walk without making a sound. Persian normally lives in towns and cities. Although popular for its elegance, it is extremely difficult to raise as a pet due to its fickle and temperamental personality. It will scratch anyone, including its trainer, with little or no provocation, and has been observed ripping its prey apart for no discernible reason. However, when Persian is yanked by its whiskers, it becomes temporarily docile for unknown reasons. It is popular among rich people and is targeted by hunters for its jewel. Its relationship with Berserker is one of mutual disdain, as Persian's refined and elegant personality, clashes with Berserker's barbaric nature. As mentioned in Pokemon Sleep, Persian is known to clean and groom itself even when asleep. Even when asleep, Persian maintains its striking and haughty expression. Persian and its evolutionary relatives are the only known Pokemon capable of learning the move Payday by leveling up. Forms. Persian has a regional form, Alolan Persian. Alolan Persian has a body that is similar to its regular counterpart, but it has blue-gray fur. Its face has a different shape, being larger and more rounded, with noticeable jowls. This distinctive face, along with its high-class, softer-than-velvet fur coat, is admired by the people of Alola. Okay. Its eyes are usually in a half-closed state, and instead of a red forehead jewel, it has a blue jewel. The jewel, though different in appearance, is made of mostly the same material, the one on a regular Persian. In behavior, it is described as highly intelligent and having an even higher opinion of itself. It prefers to use underhanded tactics in battle, but its haughty personality causes it to underestimate opponents. In Gen 9, Alolan Persian is the only known Pokemon that can have fur coat as an ability. Evolution. Persian evolves from Meowth. So you can see that here. Meowth Persian. Alolan Persian evolves from Alolan Meowth. So you can see that here. Game data, NPC appearances. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Persian runs the bank at Pokemon Square. Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, the aforementioned Persian returns as an acquaintance of the Duskull from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time and Explorers of Darkness, and is recruited once Duskull connects with player, presuming that that's supposed to say with the player. Pokedex entries. In Gen 1, in Red and Blue, although its fur has many admirers, it is tough to raise as a pet because of its fickle meanness. In Yellow, the gem on its forehead glows on its own. It walks with all the grace and elegance of a proud queen. In Stadium, it is highly regarded as a pet for its beautiful fur. However, it is extremely temperamental and difficult to keep. In Generation 2, in Gold, many adore it for its sophisticated air. However, it will lash out and scratch for little reason. In Silver, its lithe muscles allow it to walk without making a sound. It attacks in an instant. Crystal, behind its lithe, elegant appearance lies a barbaric side. It will tear apart its prey on a mere whim. Stadium 2 is just Gold again. In Gen 3, Ruby and Sapphire, Persian has 6 bold whiskers that give it a look of toughness. The whiskers sense air movements to determine what is in the Pokemon's surrounding vicinity. It becomes docile if grabbed by the whiskers. In Emerald, a Persian's 6 bold whiskers sense air movements to determine what is in the vicinity. It becomes docile if grabbed by the whiskers. In Fire Red, has a vicious temperament. Beware if it raises its tail straight up. It is a signal that it is about to pounce and bite. Leaf Green is just Red and Blues again. In Gen 4, Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, a very haughty Pokemon. Among fans, the size of the jewel on its forehead is a topic of much talk. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are their Gold and Silver counterparts. The Gen 5 Pokedex entries are just Diamond, Pearl, and Platinums. In Gen 6, X is just Red, Blue, and Leaf Greens again. Y's is the Silver entries. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are their Ruby and Sapphire counterpart. In Gen 7, for non-Alolan Persian, in Sun, it has a violent temperament. It will attack anything that looks it in the eye. Its sharp claws inflict deep wounds. In Moon, it has a high opinion of itself, although not to the same extent as the Alolan Persian. It's quite difficult to make friends with this Pokemon. In Ultra Sun, although the jewel on its forehead appears to be a different color than those of Alolan Persian, it's mostly made of the same material. Ultra Moon, this Pokemon is popular with rich people. It's also targeted by hunters, who are after the jewel in its forehead. The Let's Go games, that Pokedex is Yellow's Pokedex. For Alolan Persian, and Sun, its round face and smooth coat, softer than the most high-class velvet, have made this a very popular Pokemon in Alola. Moon, it looks down on everyone other than itself. Its preferred tactics are sucker punches and blindside attacks, in contrast to its lovely face. It's so brutal that it tortures its weakened prey rather than finishing them off. Its rounded face is a symbol of wealth. Persian that have bigger, plumper faces are considered more beautiful. It has the classiest coat, the ripping of its fur in the heat of battle as a beauty all its own. In Gen 8, in Sword, this is for non-Alolan Persian, getting this prideful Pokemon to warm up to you takes a lot of effort, and it will claw at you the moment it gets annoyed. In Shield, its elegant and refined behavior clashes with that of the barbaric Berserker. The relationship between the two is one of mutual disdain. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, well, very similar to the Diamond and Pearl counterpart. It is slightly different, so I'll read it. It is a very haughty Pokemon among fans of Persian. The size of the jewel in its forehead is a topic of much talk. Alolan Persian and Sword. The round face of Alolan Persian is considered to be a symbol of prosperity in the Alola region, so these Pokemon are very well cared for. In Shield, this Pokemon is one tough opponent. Not only does it have formidable physical abilities, but it's also not above fighting dirty. In Gen 9, Scarlet's is one we've done before. In Violet, it has a vicious temperament. Beware if it raises its tail straight up. This is a signal that it is about to pounce and bite. Here we've got Persian in the Alolan Pokedex. Here we've got Alolan Persian in the Alola Pokedex. And here we've got Persian in the Paldea Pokedex. Next to a Starly. I don't know if it's about to attack it. Seems a little close to do a sneak attack, but whatever. It's also at night. I don't know if that means something. Game locations. Side game locations. Held items. Pokemon caught in Gen 1 must be traded to a Gen 2 game in order for a held item to appear. This is Persian, by the way. Red, blue, and yellow. You get a berry 100% of the time. Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire. You get a Quick Claw 5% of the time. For Alolan Persian, you get a Quick Claw 5% of the time, and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Stats, base stats, will compare Persian and Alolan Persian. So HP 65 for both. Attack 70 for non-Alolan Persian, but 60 for Alolan Persian. Defense 60 for both. Special attack 65 for Persian, but 75 for Alolan Persian. 65 for both, 115 for both, for a total of 440 for both. In the Persian box here, we've got this note. This Pokemon's special base stat in Gen 1 was 65. Pokémon stats, type effectiveness, will compare Persian and Alolan Persian. So Persian is damaged normally by normal, flying, poison, ground, rock, bug, steel, fire, water, grass, electric, psychic, ice, dragon, dark, and fairy. Most of those get redispersed. I think the ones that move are fairy, bug, psychic, and dark. Okay. Alolan Persian is damaged normally by normal, flying, poison, ground, rock, steel, fire, water, grass, electric, ice, and dragon. Persian is weak to fighting for double. Alolan Persian is weak to fighting, bug, and fairy for double. A non-Alolan Persian is immune to ghost for 0. Alolan Persian is immune to Psychic for 0. A non-Alolan Persian is resistant to nothing, while Alolan Persian is resistant to Ghost and Dark for half. In the Persian box here, we've got a note. It says, if this Pokemon is given a ring target, the effectiveness of Ghost-type moves is 1, so it would go from 0 to 1. In the Alolan Persian box, if Miracle Eye is used by an opponent or this Pokemon is given a ring target, the effectiveness of Psychic type moves is 1, so it would go from 0 to 1. For Learn Set, by leveling up, we'll start with this Evo move here, but then we'll go down to 28. So upon evolution, it gets Power Gem, which is a special rock type move with a power of 80, accuracy 100, and PP 20. So then we go down to 31 here. Fury Swipes, 36 Screech, 42 Slash, 48 Nasty Plot, and 54 Play Rough. Since you can't have a level 1 Alolan Persian, we're going to skip down to Evo here, and then we'll read from there. Upon evolution, you get Power Gem, 12 Payday, 16 Bite, 20 Taunt, 24 Assurance, 31 Fury Swipes, 36 Screech, 42 Night Slash, 48 Nasty Plot, and 54 Play Rough. We're skipping by to Yen for both of them. By breeding, we're skipping for both of them. Nothing for prior evolution in either of them. TCG only moves. Lunge on this card. Sucker Punch on this card. Side game data for Persian. Got all this. Yep. Alolan Persian, you got all this. So that's that evolution. Meowth to Persian. Okay. Alolan Persian. Alolan Persian evolves from Alolan Meowth when leveled up with High Friendship in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Alolan Persian evolves from Alolan Meowth starting at level 28. Now sprites. So we got this. Pretty cool. Well, it doesn't have a lot of the same colors. It's pretty basically the same. It's the basics are pretty there. This is interesting because it has pointy ears instead of the rounded ears like this one has. And this one does. Tail is probably thicker. It seems like these two have a thicker tail than this one does, although it's more like this one, I guess. Back sprite doesn't work for this one because of the pointed ears. The whiskers, they're a little longer.
Yeah, they're a lot thinner than yellow. So then you got golds, so it's basically the same, but the brown highlights turn into pink highlights. Yeah, pretty much the same. The jewel, I guess, is now a color of some kind rather than that yellow. And of course it turns to pinkish purple. That has it just in its prowling stance. Okay, Gen 3, you get the proper colors. So this jewel might be slightly different. It's the pink insides that seem to be the same. And I guess there's also supposed to be pink on the whiskers. And a little bit around. That might just be like a game thing, though, that it's like replacing one color on this, in this palette. Yeah. It's a little lighter now as well. No real difference in that. But yeah, it's a little lighter body. These whiskers are a little bit more erratic, than this is more sort of even. I mean, that one has like even whiskers, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Then in 4, that becomes kind of more of a reddish pink. I think the eyes kind of go through a similar thing with and the jewel as well. Kind of just this red is probably the same, all the same red on the palette. Still slightly, lighter. Kind of thick. The body. The body kind of thins out a little bit in Gen 5. Basically the same. So then we got the 3D models. That becomes pink. And I see that becomes more of a yellow. Well, this one becomes more of like a tan. That becomes sort of a light yellow. Yep. It's a darker blue. Got it? Okay. Yeah, and that's all basically the same. So we're skipping down here. Yep, it's a darker blue. Oh god, and probably the whiskers are slightly different and all that. Yeah, you get the idea. Basically stays the same. Okay, yes. All these basically stay the same. Oh god, I can't escape it. Okay, in the anime. Persian in the anime. A lowland Persian in the anime, I'm sure is what that says. Okay, on all this. Okay, well that helps. Pokedex entries in black and white, episode 96. In Ash's Pokedex, Persian, the classy cat Pokemon, and the evolved form of Meowth. Persian can walk silently thanks to its nimble muscles. It pounces on its prey at lightning speed. In Journeys, probably in episode 20. In Ash's Rotom phone, Persian, the classy cat Pokemon, a normal type. Persian detects its surroundings by using its 6 whiskers to sense movements in the air. Okay, then we've got Persian and Pokemon Origins, with an Executor, a couple of them looks like. I guess these are like the battles between them and their Pokemon. Pokemon Generations. I think you could see like a tail or something here. I think that's what's supposed to be Persian, maybe a little bit of the ear as well or something. It's really hard to tell. It's a very dark scene. I don't know why they'd choose that one, as this might be the only time I guess it appears. I don't know. We got the lowland Persian, center left, in the Pokemon Masters animated trailers, and then it's also got, it's a Liepard. Okay, then we've got the manga, Persian in Pokemon Adventures, yep, a lowland Persian in Pokemon Adventures, TCG, trivia. Persian's number in the National Pokedex and the Alola Pokedex in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are the same, 053. Well, now it's 0053 in the National Pokedex, but you get it. Persian appears to be more based on large cats such as leopards and cougars than Persian cats. It also appears similar to Siamese cats, and its species in Japanese is that, or Shamu Neko, meaning Siamese cat. The gem on its head makes it resemble a carbuncle, a Latin American mythological beast that had a jewel on its forehead. Unlike the normal Persian, a lowland Persian appears to be based more on domestic cats that underwent selective breeding, specifically those owned by royalty. In particular, its appearance greatly resembles a British Shorthair, an imported breed well known for its large and rounded head and pronounced smile, which the breed developed through artificial selection as part of the process developing its pedigree. I mean, yes and no. It's like a slam between those two concepts, I think. The original Persian and probably the British short hair. Like, it's much cuter on a British short hair than it is on this creature. Like, no, I don't know why they thought this was a good idea. If they had made the body smaller, or... Like, I still don't get why I don't know why they made this decision, to be honest. Its blue jewel and gray fur may be a visual pun on the British blue color variant. Due to its large head and mannerisms, may also be a visual pun on the term of being big-headed. Name origin. Persian may refer to Persian cats or possibly Persian leopards. Could also be related to purr, the onomatopoeia for the noise a cat makes when content. Got other languages, related articles, references, a Lowland forum link, and that's it. Let's move on.
Now let's watch Persian's first scene in the anime.
Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 15, Battle on the St. Anne. So, these silhouettes here are Jesse dragging James. They're gonna go to this lighthouse to meet with their boss, Giovanni. They're also gonna have a talking Meowth. They are of Team Rocket, all 4 of them. So yeah. We'll see a Persian in that scene. Okay. I hope I did this right. Yeah. So at this point in the series, there's Meowth. At this point in the series, yeah.
Greetings, sir.
So he was shadowed at this point in the
So
series.
the team is all there.
Yeah.
Sir.
There's the Persian. That's the first scene of Persian in the anime. Let's move on.
Now let's talk about the TCG. I have one Persian card, and it's a dark Persian.
It's the first version of a dark Persian card. It was illustrated by Shinichi Yoshida, an illustrator for the TCG from 2000 to 2021. I like the image since it's not how Persian is usually shown to the audience. It has 60 HP. It is 3'3" and 71 pounds, which is 0.5 pounds heavier than its weight in the official Pokédex. It has the Team Rocket R symbol that I've talked about before. It has 2 moves, Fascinate and Poison Claws. Neither move is from the video games. On this card, Fascinate takes 1 of any energy. If the player wins a coin flip and their opponent has benched Pokémon, this move has the player swap 1 of the Pokémon on the bench with the 1 in active play. On this card, Poison Claws takes 2 of any energy. If the player wins a coin flip, the opposing Pokémon is poisoned. Regardless of the coin flip, though, the opposing Pokémon takes 10 damage. Its weakness and resistance is the same as my non-Alolan Meowth card. It has no retreat cost. Its description reads, popular with women because of its beautiful fur. The leader of the Rockets keeps one as a pet. This is an original description. The second sentence references that Giovanni has won in the anime and later on his team in Pokemon Yellow, and the first 2 battles in the Let's Go games. It's level 28.
I don't have a Psyduck card, so the next Pokemon with the card I'll be talking about is Mankey. Now let's see why people love Persian, especially Lowland Persian. Now let's look at fan art.
Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so we're doing DeviantArt fan art. For those of you familiar with the series, might be wondering why we're on this single image. That's because it's the only image we'll be doing today. Little caveat for this one, there was actually a Lowland Persian image before this, but you know how I feel about Lowland Persian by this point, so we're not going to do that one. We're just going to do this one. This is Persian by Viking Wolf, 1994, or Sarah, however that's pronounced, Salaski? I can't, sorry, I don't know how your last name is pronounced, sorry. So, yeah, it's just this nice, simple Persian drawing on this, notebook paper here. It's very simple, very, very good. It's pink for some reason. I don't know if that's the paper itself, or, I don't know. The camera, maybe the lighting it's up against, maybe is a red or something. But anyway, yeah, let's move on.
Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I won't be streaming tonight since I need to talk about Snorlax before I can evolve Meowth into Persian. Thankfully, well, for now, I'll be getting back to Alolan Persian when I talk about the Gen 7 Pokemon. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Psyduck. As always, this isn't my proper outfit, and you'll see me tomorrow.